This is your paper number EL5504, Unit 4, noise. Again, we just repeat transit time noise, noise calculation, addition of noise due to several source and noise figure. This is your 9th lecture. Thank you. Now, EL5504, Unit 4. We start with the noise calculation. We start with the noise calculation. In this first topic is the addition of noise due to several sources. Addition of noise due to several sources. Let us assume there are two sources of thermal agitation noise generator. Let us assume there are two sources of thermal agitation noise generators in series. Vn1, first source Vn1 is equal to under root of 4 kT delta F R1, and the second source is Vn2 is equal to under root of 4 kT delta F R2. The sum of two such RMS voltage in series is given by the square root of the sum of their squares, so that we have to write down Vn total. Vn total, it is equal to under root of Vn1 square plus Vn2 square. That is equal to under root of 4 kT delta F R1 plus 4 kT delta F R2. That is equal to under root of 4 kT delta F R1 plus R2, and that is equal to under root of 4 kT delta F R total. Here R total is equal to R1 plus R2, or more than this, then R3, R4 up to this. It is seen from the previous equations that in order to find the total noise voltage caused by several sources of the thermal noise in series, the resistance are added and the noise voltage is calculated using this total resistance. I repeat, it is seen from the previous equation, above equations, that in order to find the total noise voltage Vn total, caused by the several sources of the thermal noise in series, the resistance are added and the noise voltage is calculated using this total resistance. The same procedure applies if one of those resistance is an equivalent input noise resistance. With the help of this equation, we calculate the one more example. The example is calculate the noise voltage at the input of a television RF amplifier using a device that has a 200 ohm equivalent noise resistance, 200 ohm equivalent noise resistance, and 300 ohm input resistor, 300 ohm input resistance. The bandwidth of the amplifier is 6 megahertz. The bandwidth of the amplifier, that means delta F, is equal to 6 megahertz, and the temperature is 17 degree centigrade. temperature is equal to 17 degree centigrade, that is equal to 17 plus 273. Then find out the Vn total. So we know that these are the two resistors are in series, R1 and R2. So Vn total is equal to under root of 4 kT delta F R total. This is equal to under root of 4 into 1.38 into 10 raised to minus 23 into 17 plus 273 into 6 into 10 raised to 6 delta F and into 300 plus 200. So this is equal to under root of 48 into 10 raised to minus 12, and this is equal to 6.93 into 10 raised to minus 6. It is equal to 6.93 microvolt. I repeat the example. Calculate the noise voltage at the input of a television RF amplifier using a device that has a 200 ohm equivalent noise resistance and 300 ohm input resistor. The bandwidth of the amplifier is 6 MHz and the temperature is 17 degrees centigrade. Then calculate Vn total. With the help of this equation, we find out the Vn total. To calculate the noise voltage due to several resistors in parallel, then find the total resistance by standard methods and then substitute this resistance into above equation. This means that the total noise voltage is less than that due to any of the individual resistors, but as shown in the above equation, the noise power remains constant. Now we discuss about the next topic. Addition of noise due to several amplifiers in the cascade. So for this purpose, we use this figure. Noise in the tuned circuit. Noise in the tuned circuit. Addition of noise due to several amplifiers in cascade. So for this, we first discuss about the addition of noise due to several amplifiers in cascade mode. The situation that occurs in receivers is given in the above. It shows a number of amplifying stages in cascade, each of these stages having a resistance at its input and output. The first such stage is very often an RF amplifier, while the second stage is a mixture. The problem is to find their combined effect on the receiver noise. It may appear logical to combine all the noise resistance at the input, calculate their noise voltage, multiply it by the gain of the first stage, and then add this voltage to the one generated at the input of the second stage. The process might then be continued and the noise voltage at the output due to all the intervening noise source would be found. Admittedly, there is nothing wrong with such a procedure. the result is useless because the argument assumed here it is important to find the total output noise voltage, whereas the important thing is to find the equivalent input noise voltage. It is even better to go one step further and find an equivalent resistance for such an input voltage. That means the equivalent noise resistance for the whole receiver. This is the resistance that will produce the same random noise at the output of the receiver as does the actual receiver, so that we have succeeded in replacing an actual receiver amplifier by an ideal noise less one with the equivalent noise resistance R equivalent. Equivalent noise resistance R equivalent. So this is our figure. This is our figure, which is located, R equivalent, which is located across its input. This greatly simplifies subsequent calculations, gives a good figure for the comparison with other receivers, and permits a quick calculations of the lowest input signal which this receiver may amplify without drawing it with the noise. The noise current in the circuit will be IN is equal to, so we write down here, this is our amplifier, actual circuit, this is our actual circuit, and this is noise equivalent circuit. This is your noise equivalent circuit. Inductor, capacitor, amplifier. This is our output voltage. This is nothing but this is JXL, imaginary JXL. This is our RS, this is our VN, this is our minus JXC, this is our minus JXC, reactance of capacitor, reactance of inductor, with imaginary part, amplifier, and this is our output. This is our actual circuit, this is equivalent circuit. So with the help of this, noise current in the circuit will be IN is equal to noise current in the circuit IN is equal to Vn upon Z. Z is nothing but our impedance, where Z is equal to Rs plus J XL minus XC. XL minus XC. Hence, IN is equal to Vn upon Rs at resonance. So the magnitude of the voltage appearing across the capacitor due to Vn will be V is equal to IN XC, that is equal to Vn upon Rs into XC. This is equal to Vn Q Rs upon Rs, and this is equal to Q Vn. Here Xc is equal to QRS at resonance. QRS at resonance. So from this is our equation 2.7. This is our equation A. This is our equation A. So from this equation, we know that Vn is equal to, or V is equal to Vn QRS upon Rs. It is equal to Q Vn, where Xc is equal to QRS at resonance. This is our equation A. From equation A should serve as a further reminder that Q is called the magnification factor. Q is called the magnification factor. So we know that V square Q square Vn square Q square 4kT delta F Rs, and this is equal to 4kT delta F Rp, where V is equal to under root of 4kT delta F Rp. This is our equation B, where V is the noise voltage across a tuned circuit due to its internal resistance, and Rp is the here Rp is the equivalent parallel impedance of the tuned circuit at resonance. This equation B shows that the equivalent parallel impedance of a tuned circuit is its equivalent resistance for the noise. So in exam, if there is a long question, then find out the value of V. That means we have to prove the equation B. We have to prove the equation B. That's all. Thank you.